Welcome to Verbal Pig Radio, where we give you a verbal image of life, and we are everyday people. Black man in a Santa suit. In America, a black man in a Santa suit, that can get you lynched. Brother put on a Santa suit at the Mall of America in Minnesota and got so many threats, so many racial epithets thrown at him, so many racial connotations, so many racial looks, racial energy, racial vibration. He was trapped in a racist space. They wanted him out of that damn Santa suit. They wanted him out of that mall playing Santa. It basically said the N-word, nigga. You can be the elf. You can be the helper. We'll even let you dress up and pose as one of the reindeers. You can even let us tie a sleigh to your back. But you can't play Santa. No. We catch you in the Santa. I mean, they were hot. The mall had to shut down this website due to all the traffic of incoming complaints against this black Santa in 2016, going into 2017 in America, where we give our money to, where we stand for the flag to, where we pledge allegiance to, where we do 5-minute Negro spirituals to the flag at football games to show America that we still begging for your acceptance. Hey. In today's time, we don't have any need for all of that. Santa who? Christmas is fictitious. What? There's no man at all coming down your chimney bringing nothing. If he coming down the chimney, he taking, he not bringing. All about the winter solstice. Go check that out. We will get more in depth into that subject in Christmas, leading up to Christmas, because you have to know the truth, and the truth will indeed set you free. They gave us so much of their paganistic rituals till we heard it so much, we took it on and made it our own, and then treated it as though it was true. And a lot of it true is shame on us for not using our minds to decipher what is true from what is falsehood. We just let them tell us anything, and we followed it as if it was true. Or we said if it came from the white man, it gotta be true. You think I'm lying? But some of you've been hearing of Brother Farrakhan for years. As soon as the white man says it, you say, Farrakhan said that a long time ago. It must be true because the white man backed it up. Nobody has time to wait on you to get it together or get it right. Final call. Train moving. Final call. If you dig what I'm saying. Final. Meaning after that, you're not going to get another call. Train been pulling from the station since 1930. If you haven't gotten on board yet, and you still in the fantasy world of believing in the lie that Jesus walked upon water physically, fairy tale. If you believe that Santa Claus is coming to town on a sleigh with some reindeers, that's a fairy tale. If you believe and what they told you about Easter instead of the spring solstice, fairy tale. Mostly everything they gave you was a fairy tale. Now I do believe in the truths in the Bible. That is true. But I do believe that they tampered with the Bible just on the actions or their past or history, deeds that were done to other human beings. You can't tell me that that's beyond their scope of doing. Please. Like they said, who taught the pastor? White folk. Why the community looks the way it does? Because the church was never taught to build their community. They were taught to extract the money from the community, then turn around and give it back to the master so he can do what he does with the money. But he will give you a cut. He'll give the preacher a cut because he got to keep him happy. The preacher got an agent. That's why the sister at the mosque, and I believe it was Sister Kenya, done such a beautiful job on breaking down the numbers and the 8 billion that goes into the black church coming out of the black community. And the people are wondering, well, where's the money? What are you actually doing with $8 billion a year? My grandmother can't get her lights on, some of you are saying. We can't get adequate housing. We can't get the city to pave our roads within the neighborhood. And I'm not talking about the publicly traveled on major streets. I'm saying the streets that's in private communities. Beat up, can't even get the city to fill in the potholes. And the church sitting in that atmosphere throughout America and sitting on $8 billion a year. And we trying to see out of that $8 billion, are you giving it back to black people? Or are you giving it back to white people? Or let's say the system, or let's say downtown, or the government, or well, whatever you want to call it. But basically the question is, what the hell you doing with the money? Like Trump say, what the hell is going on? It is astonishing to see all of the injustice that's plaguing America. It makes me think that maybe the ones or the people that the former slave, let me rephrase that. Let's say the slave-minded people look into the former slave master still for direction and answers when he's telling you it's all gone, I don't have nothing. I'm barely remembering how to lace up my shoes. I don't have any answers for you, ex-slave or ex-slave mind. I'm not the leader. I'm getting my rear end kicked every day. You looking to me for salvation. Only thing I can do is use you as a tool for more money to delay my ending or my time. So I'm going to use you as cannon fodder. For my own benefit. You know, it's like you the sheep and you feel as though you got enough mojo to go over there and socialize with the wolf. And the wolf smile right along with you till he can get you close enough in his grasp. Then he lunges forward and attack you. And you like, hey, man, I thought we were cool. I thought we was building something here. I thought there was a connection. I thought we was getting an understanding. And the wolf looks at the sheep and tells the sheep, I'm a wolf, baby. This is what I do. This is what my father did. This is what his father did. This is what our fathers did from the beginning of our creation. This is what we were taught to do. You driving yourself insane. You trying to figure out how to unchange me. Hey, it's a sad day for the ex-slave, or what they say white folk deem Negro, that they create. That's not even ours. They made that up. We ain't have to go along with it, but since we did, we can get out from under it today, though. It don't have to be, you don't have to pass it down to another generation, is what I'm saying. You can correct a lot of this by simply doing a little research. Doing a little reading. You got the internet, Google the truth behind Christmas, or the true meaning, where it comes from. Check out Zeitgeist. There's so many things out there that you can check out to make sure that what you're following or what you believing in is actual facts. But most of it is just blind faith. Slave master told one family member the lie, forced him to tell another family member. Then they passed that lie on down to another generation. Then that generation passed the lie on down to another generation. And so now you got grown folk believing in fairy tales, but they know something wrong. But they're afraid to go against it because all their family members and friends believe this way and the whole church believes this way. And I don't want to be outcast by everybody for thinking different. But in my heart, I know something ain't right. I know they lied to me. Hell, of course they lied to me. Because look at the way they treated me. Like Brother Farrakhan said, if they not going to treat you right, they definitely not going to teach you right. But we can't wrap our minds around that unless unless the slave master comes and tell us himself, hey, this is what I did. I'm not hiding my hand anymore. Basically, you were played. But don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Hey, it's hard discovering truth and then trying to walk on that truth when you got so many peers of yours who are afraid or haven't discovered or just will not accept because they feel there will be some repercussions if I go against the grain. So the best thing is to keep my head down, go along, to get along, hope I don't get noticed, and I can sneak in this life and be born, and I can sneak out of this life and die without nobody even knowing I was here. And in the end, they call that living. Suffering from a lack of knowledge. Don't want to, or some will discover the knowledge, but afraid to pick the knowledge up because they feel like it's too powerful, and I don't want to fight my former slave master. I'm choked out by fear. But yet and still, I complain about my living condition. I complain about the crime and what's going on, what's taking place. And they always are upset with the youth. But if you would have picked up the book, got the knowledge, talked to youth, you wouldn't be complaining about the youth today. When are you gonna, or we as a whole, take responsibility for us not seeking the right answer and not listening to those who bring you knowledge, and you reject the knowledge out of fear, but yet you don't like the consequences of that rejection when it comes back around and smack you in the face? That's insanity. You gotta choose one. You can't be, like they say, on both sides of the fence. Either you're going for truth, or you're gonna settle down and accept falsehood. And they ruled us in slavery on falsehood because it was all false. For one, they had no jurisdiction in America to even set up shop. That you were not indigenous to the land. Right? Meaning the Caucasians or Europeans, as the guy from Outright was stating at Texas A&M, we have to preserve the European race. And the only way you're going to preserve the European race, you got to go back to Europe. Then once you go back to Europe, you can preserve the European race. So, all in a nutshell, this has been quite an adventure. Especially these last 2 years. Not saying adventure in a pleasant way. I'm saying in the adventure with all these police killings of black males. Especially young black men too. I mean, future lawyers and doctors, future husbands for a good sister. I mean, just snubbed out of hatred, that one day we got to get into the root of where that hatred derived from. Where did that hatred come from? We'll get into that one day soon, so we can delve into the origin of hate. But I do know that it has something to do with that melanin that's in our skin, and that chemistry, that cam, that they is one part of the root of the hatred towards us. But that's not all of it. There's more. But we got to get into that. Can we? But let me scratch the surface on that, then come back later. You have the chemistry melanin. One. You have the potter who made the clay that they're upset with, meaning, why did you make us this way? Which is in my belief, okay, you got a point on that one. The person who created them and gave them their mind for a specific purpose and reason. But the God is real though. He's sending you somebody that's going to counter it, to give you back a mind where you could be upright. You just have to accept the person that's not trying, but to accept the person that's putting out the knowledge that can give you an upright mind. Meaning, there is a solution to that problem. It's just if you will allow yourself or humble yourself to accept the solution. You got that one. You got the fact of, and this is tied into melanin, but the fact that we were blessed with melanin, that they can call us day walkers because we have a natural sunblock protection from this sun to where we can move about. God blessed us with that. I mean, you saying we should give the gift back and you know, and go through what you're going through in the heat of the sun? I mean, that wouldn't be wise. So if you mad at somebody, you mad at God. You're not mad at us. You know, don't take out your frustration on the God that created you on innocent black people, because we had nothing to do with that. This is Verbal Peak Radio, where we give you a verbal image of life, and we are everyday people. I'm out.